Hey guys, it's Carmen and I am your sleepover party business bestie and I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be about hiring help for your sleepover party business besties. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I will put my handles here and just stay tuned. All right, what's up, friends? I have been in business for about a year and a half, and I have two wonderful helpers that help me with my sleepover business. I don't know what I would do without them. For the last couple of weeks, we have had three parties in a weekend, and things have been going great. I don't know. If it was just me, I could not handle it. I could only handle one, maybe two parties in a day. I'm a little lazy. I'm a little big. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, I need my help. So let's start with my first point, which is when should you hire help for your sleepover party business? So the first party I ever did, it was a free party that I did as a kind of like a giveaway for somebody. I did it by myself. I did 5 tents. I did 3 tents in their downstairs living room area, and then I did 2 tents in their son's bedroom. And it took me hours. It took me forever. I was hot. I was sweaty. I was like, oh no, I need some help with this. I thought I could do it on my own, but yeah, I can't. So I found like a family member, like a young family member to help me with somebody that I could pay, $10 an hour. And she was good. She was 11. Sorry, she helped me out a lot. And I used her for quite a few parties until it just became a little hectic, and I'm like, okay, I at least need an adult. So my point is, when should you hire your first helper? I think you should, as I stated before, just have somebody initially just to help you. And then once you get consistent, and I mean, you're getting, 2 to 3 parties a weekend, I think you should hire someone on full time. Not full time. What am I talking about? You should hire somebody, to help you on the weekends. I guess it would be considered part time, but it needs to be consistent enough to where they'll stay and they'll think it's worth it. So until you get 2 to 3 parties a weekend, at least have a family member, a husband, a little cousin, a cousin in college, a child, whoever. Not like somebody under 10, but a teenager or preteen to help you with your parties. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is how to find help, but I'll give a little backstory on how I got my like official helpers, employees, whatever you want to call them, assistants. So one is actually my coworker at my current job. I don't know if you guys know, but I am a dental hygienist, and the dental assistant that works at the job, she's young, she's like 23, and she doesn't do much on the weekends, so she helps me, and she's consistently been helping me for months. I mean, probably 6 7 months. And so that's how I found my first person. Now my second person that helps me, she actually reached out to me and sent me a pretty lengthy email about how she loves what I do. She's crafty, she's good hands on. She's a nanny during the week. She doesn't do anything on the weekend. And, she'd be interested in a position. So she is not the first person who's reached out to me. And I try to steer clear of people who reach out to me because I'm like, what's your angle? Like, why you want to help me? Like, I'm not a huge company. I don't got much money. Like, what can I do for you? So typically I would either just say, hey, we're not hiring at the moment. Not necessarily ignore them, but I just wouldn't really bite on something like that. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to email her back. So we emailed back and forth for a while. We text. And then finally, I'm like, okay, come to my storage space and meet me. And, and I met her. I liked her. So I had her do a party with me to see how she liked it. She liked this. So then I ended up hiring her. So for you, if you want to find somebody, I feel like you should put a ad, not like a paid ad, but make a ad on your social media, like maybe your Instagram. Hey, we're hiring. If you're looking for a fun, weekend job, bonuses, travel included. Travel as in you'll pay for their mileage if they drive their car. Just put some incentives on your little flyer. Make a flyer on Canva. Put it on your Instagram. Put your email, put your contact information, of course. Or you could put it on some Facebook groups, like some local mom groups, because there could be like a stay-at-home mom that just wants something fun to do on a weekend, or a college student or something like that. So that's where I would find my help on, for honestly, just on Instagram or Facebook. Okay, I did kind of mention it earlier, but I want to talk about who is a good candidate for this position. One is going to be somebody who is not going to try to start their own company. But who knows if they're going to do that. But somebody who, is flexible during the weekends, somebody who is neat and good with their hands, someone who is presentable, preferably someone with an SUV so they can drive themselves and pick up parties themselves. Someone who is professional, of course, and someone who is young. I would say a younger person is probably good for this, and someone who is not like looking for a career, but just like a little side money, you know what I mean? Something like that. So yeah. All right, let's get into those coins. So how much are we paying this person? Me personally, I pay my helpers $15 an hour. And for the one who drives, one just rides with me, my coworker at my job, she just rides with me because she has like a little Honda. And for the person, for my helper who reached out to me and I gave her a position, I actually, I still pay her $15 an hour, but I also give her money for like gas. So, if we're doing 2-3 parties a day, I'll pay her like base rate of $15 an hour. And then I'll give her like $25 to $35 to $45 extra for gas. It just depends on how many miles we go, how long we go. We never set like a set amount, like, oh, I'll give you $5 per mile. I mean, that's ridiculous. Let me think of a different number because I don't like that at all. 75 cents a mile, even that's ridiculously low. Anyway, we never came up with a specific like rate or whatever. So I just kind of give her based on, how much driving she's doing. So that is what I pay her. Also, you want to probably have these people do 1099s. So kind of be like an independent contractor so that, you're counting it on your taxes or whatever. So, yeah, that's up to you. I'm not a tax professional or anything like that. I'm just saying, instead of doing under the table, maybe a 1099 is a better option. Or if you are just like, I'm gonna say when, because if you're just huge and you have money for payroll services and you give them a W-2, W-4 or whatever, you're probably not watching this anyway. But when you make it big, because we're all going to make it big one day, we're going to put people on payroll. So yes. So the amount to pay, again, maybe $15 an hour, $20 an hour, and then include mileage, and then 1099 or put them on payroll as far as methods of how they get paid. Also, one thing that I do, you can do whatever you want, but if anytime a customer gives me a tip, and when my customers tip, they tip big or they don't tip at all, either way it's fine. I mean, I have my rates that are helping me make great side hustle money, so I'm not really tripping. But if they tip me, which, okay, for example, a couple parties ago, lady tipped me $125. I split my tips evenly amongst my help. Here's why. You want to treat your helpers well. You want them to continue to work with you and help you out. So, let's say extra $50. So, split it with them. I've gotten $100 tips and I've split that evenly with whoever did the party with me. Sometimes I have both of my assistants come to the party. Sometimes I don't. I just have one. So it just depends. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the advantages of having someone to help you, someone that besides like your child or your spouse or anyone, but like literally having hired helpers. I'm just kind of going off the noggin here, so bear with me. But one advantage to me is I am getting some of my time back. Because when I was doing this alone, or even with, an 11-year-old cousin, it was taking me much longer. With my assistants, we have a system. We get in, we get out in an hour and a half. So, I'm saving a lot of time. Another advantage is I can have my assistants go and pack up the party. I don't have to do that during the week. So again, that's another factor. It's my time. I got some of my time back. You know what I mean? Another thing is I have one of my assistants, the one who reached out to me. She's extremely crafty. She has a Cricut. I have a Cricut Joy. I have the baby Cricut. She has the big boy Cricut. She has the Rolls Royce of Cricuts. She has a Cricut like Explorer Air, whatever. But she does all of our customizations, and she does a fabulous job. But again for me, it's time. It saves me time. You know, I just pay her hourly, and you know, it takes her a couple hours, and you know, she does the crafty stuff. I'm trying to think, what's another advantage? Oh, another advantage. It all boils down to time for me and convenience. Another thing is my assistant, the one who reached out to me, because she has the bigger vehicle. She does pickups. She pickups and she cleans up some of the parties, which it saves me time because I don't know if you guys know, you follow me or not. I have a 5-year-old daughter. And I mean, we're busy. She does swim. She does competitive cheer. You know, I have to spend time with her, of course, because she sees me doing these birthday parties for these other kids. So, you know, almost every weekend we're doing something, you know, so it gives me back my time. I guess that's the main advantage, is to get your time back. So I don't mind, you know, paying them. Sometimes I'll look at how much I made in a weekend and I'm like, oh, I made $3,000 this weekend. And this is legit. This is no lie. Oof, I made $3,000 this weekend. But after I calculate and do the books on, you know, how much I have to pay them, and I might have to pay them $500, $550, whatever, I'm like, man, I wish I could. But then I'm like, you know what? No, that $500 that I'm paying them is worth it because I got to go to my daughter's swim class, or I got to just chill out because I had a long, tough week at work, or just whatever the case. I'm just getting my time back. And when you look at it like having an assistant or an employee, you know, they're helping you make money. They really are, because I wouldn't be able to do all these parties alone and as quickly, you know, if I was by myself. So just always keep that in mind. I hope this video helps. I feel like I was really long-winded this video, but you know, I'm trying to come off more naturally to you guys, because when I first started, I was a little nervous, and yeah, it was hard to just talk, and you know, my voice was shaking and I'm saying 1,000 times, which I probably am still, but this is really me. This is my personality. This is how I am. So yeah. So until next time, if you have any questions, drop them below, DM me, whatever. Peace.